Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. This will be your weekly reading for the week of December 29th through January 4th, and I'd like to wish everyone out there a very happy new year. During those dates, we'll have a waning crescent moon, and then we'll go into the dark of the new moon on the 1st of January, and then we'll have a waxing crescent. So that's a lot of moon energy for that week. So the waning crescent is a time of rest and surrender and healing. A new moon is really a good time for a fresh start, and how appropriate on January 1st as we start the new year. And then a waxing crescent is that you move into heightened senses and just a really good time to execute the things that you've just started. So keep those moon energies in mind as you're moving through your week. All right, this will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter. So please keep that in mind and take what resonates, leave what doesn't for someone else. All right, Virgo, your overall message card for this reading will be a win-win outcome is forecast. All right, let's see what the Virgo collective has going on for this week. While I'm shuffling the tarot cards, I'd like to remind you to learn something new this week. Pick a topic that you've had some interest in and take the time to really dive deep and focus and dig in. Maybe set aside an hour or two and just learn, take notes, study, think, and really absorb the thing that you've learned. So just my weekly reminder of a thing to do. So, all right, Virgo, December 29 through January 4th. I already got a card dropping out here, and we will take that. A couple of them here for your overall energy. So, overall energy, the Devil card. What are we up to out there, Virgo? A win-win outcome. So maybe you're facing some sort of situation here. This is a card of false truths. This could be insecurities. It could be a card of addiction, self-deception, false obstacles. So, is there something that you're working on in that area? And, maybe in that area of addiction, or, I look at this card as this devil is looking right at you and is asking you, is this how you want to continue? So just an energy to think about, because your situation is the Fool card. So this is a new journey. So this could be some of you putting aside, those insecurities. Again, this could be about dependency. Maybe you're making a decision to, maybe not drink. Here we are at the time of New Year's resolutions. I've noticed kind of a theme with the readings this week, that they do kind of coincide with this new moon and this new year. This time of moving into resolutions, when you decide, I'm going to stop that addictive thing that I do, and I'm going to start on a new path. So looks like you're definitely feeling that sort of energy. What's at the root of your situation is kind of feeling like an outsider. So maybe that dependency makes you have those feelings of, feeling like an outsider. Maybe it's a thing you just don't want to do anymore. It could be that you're around people that don't do that type of addiction, and and you don't want to feel that feeling anymore. So yeah, you're going to head off onto a new path, and it's a win-win. It's a win-win for you, but it's a win-win for those around you as well. In your recent past, it's kind of feeling like you're almost there. So that could be that feeling of, yeah, thinking about this thing, like you're kind of done with this. You're done with this, and you're wanting to move on to this new path, and you've been thinking about it. It's been on your mind, and it's been on your mind in your recent past. Not something new that's coming up for you. You've been mulling this over, thinking about it. This is a thing that I want to do better moving forward. What's on your mind this week? All right. So this is kind of this is looking back over the path that you've been on. This is thinking about that path and where it's taken you, where you've been. This is kind of they call this the wounded warrior card. So this is something that you've maybe been battling. This has been a struggle for you, but you're almost there. You're almost there, and you're ready to take off on this new journey of putting either this frame of mind behind you. You know, again, this could be just maybe you're a procrastinator and you've decided to turn a new leaf and not procrastinate. This could be, you know, maybe you're not feeling as secure in an area of your life where you're going to put that behind you and try to you know, develop your sense of awareness and control about a certain part of you and take more control over it. But you know, really good sign of moving forward into that new path. What's just ahead of you is a little bit of grief as you move forward. I mean, this is a letting go. And anytime that you're letting go of an old way of being, you know, of course, there's a little bit of, um, you know, like if this is a dependency, there may be people that you need to let go. There may be people and that, you know, encourage this kind of dependency. Again, maybe if it's drinking or drug use or something, when you're turning over a new leaf and starting a new path, there's definitely some people that you're going to have to leave behind. And, you know, maybe they're still in that addictive nature, but you know, think about these cups that are behind you, these emotional cups. You might be knocking a few down and feeling a little sad about leaving a part of you or leaving some people behind, but it's definitely for your higher good. In your advice position is the Wheel of Fortune. So, wow, I mean that is definitely turning a new leaf. You know, the wheel's constantly turning. We're constantly changing, constantly choosing, you know, new ways of being. This is a card of evolving, evolving into a better version of yourself. You know, this is your destiny. This is, you know, again, just moving into that new phase. Great position for that card in your advice position there. What's beyond your control this week is the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is about understanding, and in this case, this would be understanding your emotions. This is having patience. This is having, you know, sympathy and empathy. I mean, this could be just for yourself. It's beyond your control. You're going to have to feel those feelings, but be gentle with yourself. Um, you know, and it's beyond your control to do that, and it's beyond your control to feel these things. Well, that's a pentacle. I don't know why I read that as a cup, so that's also very interesting. Maybe it wanted to be a cup. um yeah, Queen of Pentacles is definitely control of your material world, and for some reason I went right off thinking that was just a cup. I don't know why I looked at that, but that's interesting. So be delicate with yourself emotionally, but also, you know, have that understanding of the world around you and the material world around you. This could be, you know, removing objects in your presence that remind you of that addiction or that old way of being, you know, kind of out with the old and with the new materially there. Very interesting that I just went ahead and read that as a cup. Speaking of cups, there you go. So here we are in your secret desire or what you're trying to avoid. And it's the Ace of Cups. You know, are you trying to avoid some, you know, some emotional things that come with this, or is it your secret desire to just really, you know, feel those things and develop new feelings too, you know, new things that are going to come along with this Fool card, with this new journey and this new path that you're on. So only you can answer that. Is that your secret desire, you know, to have something new come in that you love, or are you kind of trying to avoid that? You know, there could be, you know, this could be in the area of a relationship where maybe you've met someone and you're like, you know, you are kind of having feelings there, but you're just not quite sure how, if you do want to proceed. So only you can answer with the card in this position. Is this your secret desire, you know, to have something or someone new that you love or have emotions for, or are you trying to avoid that? So something to pay attention to, and only you can answer when the card is in that position. In your outcome position is the Hierophant. All right, this is the card of truth. This is the card of, you know, perfect order and redemption. Um, this is a card of grace and innocence, you know. So this is looking for someone that this is guidance. So this could be, maybe seeking out a person that has more experience with this thing than you do. And it could be you getting, gaining that experience so that you're in a position after you've gone through all this to be this hierophant that is able to give guidance to those around you. And of course, that is a win-win for everybody. We all live, we all learn, and there's always, we're all in different areas of our life and different areas of our progression, and learning and that wisdom, and that can be of use to someone around you in the future. When you gain this perspective after going through this, this hard fought battle that you're looking back on, feeling like an outsider, those are things that you can share with someone else in the future that's going to be able to help them too. And don't be afraid to seek that out in your own life. Find that person around you that can offer you the kind of guidance. I always say if you're going through something, there's always someone around you that's already been through that something, and they're there to help. And people, all you have to do is ask, and people are always very happy to give advice and guidance when it's needed. All right, so what's being hidden from you this week, Virgo? Well, that's interesting. So it's the bottom of the deck, and you're going to have two of these cards because this card did not come up. What's being hidden from you are all the choices, all the different choices. And maybe you're seeing this as a narrow path, and that there's only one way to be, but there's choices around you that you're not even really able to see, that you're clouded by this thing that you've been going through about those choices. The other card that's being hidden from you is that things happening very quickly. So interesting. And interesting, those choices are being hidden, and the speed of this is being hidden. This could probably happen a lot quicker. And again, it's a lot of wands on the table. This is really going to involve your passions, and let's see, a couple of pentacles here, and it's kind of all over the place. But you need to ask yourself, what is this devil card for you? What is this false truth that you've been living in? Is this maybe a fear of failure? um and with that fear comes these choices that you're not even really opening your eyes to, and this expedience of which this thing can happen. um you know yeah, and I'm curious about the fact that that table, or that card, was left there on the table when I picked up the deck, because again, just the motion of these wands here, that it's happening quickly, that you're moving through and almost there. This 10 with this completion, and up here with this 9, which is, whatever this is, it feels like you are done and you've kind of been through the ringer on it. So this Fool card, this is definitely a step in the right direction for sure. And you might not know exactly where that goes, and there's choices that you're not even aware of yet that are hidden from you, but keep an eye out for those this week, so that you can get to this card of being a person of guidance for others around you. Let's get a final card here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Virgo as they move into this new way of being and better way of being. Whoops. All right, Virgo. Detach from drama. So, even though I'm not seeing a lot of, in fact, I'm not seeing, okay, your devil card does have a couple of people in it. It's the only in this one. There could be some drama around this, some drama around feeling like an outsider, or someone with you, and this could be a partner, this could be a friend, someone who's kind of involved in the situation with you. So think about that, and think about who that might be. So it might be someone that, if this is just self-doubt, it's someone around you that kind of encourages that in you, and kind of that negative thing. They're kind of in it with you. Maybe they're a little bit closed-minded about the fact that people can change, and so here you're setting off on this change, and this person maybe doesn't give you the most positive feedback about that. And so just that's something to really just watch out for this week when it comes to, because they're feeling like an outsider as well. And if you rise up to the top and go make different decisions and better yourself, you're kind of leaving them behind. Like I was saying with this card, this could be that you do have to leave something or someone like that behind. So pay attention to that this week. Again, I see this as pretty positive. Again, we're in this time when we're all thinking about, resolutions and how can I do things differently and have a better outcome at the end of my next year, and move through each month of the year. How can I what resolution, what do I really want to change, what do I need to change? But it looks like it's something that's been on your mind from the past, and you're ready to turn that new leaf. So I think that's a really positive message. Just watch out for the people around you kind of trying to pull you down. So don't let that happen. Detach from that drama. Thank you so much, Virgo, for joining me today. I really appreciate your time with me. If you would like to offer some feedback, if you're comfortable doing that in the comments, please let me know. I like to get that kind of feedback to see who these messages are connecting with. I do post readings every week, so come back next week. We'll see if this situation evolves or if there's something totally new for you. And I do have some extra time coming up for private readings. If that's something you're interested in, you can drop me an email and I will let you know when that time becomes available. And if you like my reading style, please like and subscribe. It would really help my fledgling channel here, and I would really appreciate that. So, Virgo, thank you so much. Happy New Year and good luck with this situation in this week and all this moon energy that's coming up. But it's time for a fresh start, and it looks like you're really ready to do that. So, thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.